As he holds the crown and breaks it in two in a very mean girls moment, a curse in the crown is released. Hi people, I have done 2 videos in the past on the 2 other books of the Folk of the Air series, The Cruel Prince and The Wicked King, so feel free to check those out before watching this one. I'll wait, okay? Leave a comment if you will. A like, maybe? Great. Now let's talk business. The book starts with Jude, exiled in the human world, doing side quests, struggling to pay rent. She's sent to stop this red cap folk eater, retired general lady that reminds her of her assassin father. Yes, it's the 3rd book and Jude is still struggling with daddy issues. When she goes back home, her twin is there, sipping tea. Taryn hasn't shown much personality on the past 2 books besides I wanna be fairy. Well, just wait. She came to drop a bomb. She killed her husband, Loki. He sucked, if you remember. This book was supposed to be named The First Death of Loki. The second is already on my channel. Anyways, Taryn, who knew? You got nerves. So now besides a wannabe fairy, she's a widow, an assassin, and a future mummy. Yep, she's pregnant from the dead man. And it's a whole thing because similar to their mother who ran away pregnant of Vivi and then ended up brutally murdered by Madoc, Taryn could have suffered the same destiny. So in doubt, always kill your ex. She's now asking for Jude's help. Can she attend the audience with the High King over Loki's death in her place? They'll glamour her to try to get the truth and Jude can lie for her. Great plan if the High King wasn't Jude's husband, but no one knows. No one loves drama more than Jude, who accepts, and off she goes to face hubby. He does recognize her straight away, and as he tries to get alone with her, asking her if she read his letters, Jude is like, you exiled me. What letters? Madoc interrupts them, Watermood killer, and takes her away, thinking she's Taryn. He takes her to his camp where he's joining forces to overcome Cardan's ruling. Jude tries her best to keep it cool, to not be discovered. She finds out Madoc has been keeping Ghost as a prisoner, the traitor from the last book. He knows his real name and he's been ordering him around. She plans her escape and out of good faith also wants to help him escape. She's then woken up in the middle of the night by Cardan and Roach, who came to rescue her. But then Roach gets hurt. Promising she'll follow them, she stays behind to rescue Ghost. But who she finds instead? Daddy, who tells her Ghost has gone on a mission and now it's showtime. They fight and he stabs her. Even though he is who he is, I mean a green guy that murdered her parents in cold blood in front of 3 small children, she still is quite shocked he wants to kill her. Deep in the forest, her sisters and Grima Mog come to her rescue in a quite heartwarming moment. Vivi sends Madoc away as Jude is dying. She then decides to try one thing. If anything was ever real, if she really is the queen of fairy, then it will work. And in front of Taryn, shocked face, the nature heals her. Beautiful. She then heads to the castle. No days off for this one. She's not only the queen of Elfhame, she's also employer of the month. Then take a sick day, girl. But she fears Ghost has been sent to kill Cardan, so she must go. As she's hiding in the shadows, waiting for him to show up, she notices Bomb, who thinks she is the killer. Trying to dodge her arrows, she falls in a table, and as the guards approach to kill the exiled mortal that killed Balakin, Cardan is like, stop, that's wifey. She then finally takes a few days off to rest. When she wakes up, she understands she could have come back anytime since she could have forgiven herself as the queen she was. She also learns Cardan's mother was the one keeping his letters from her, and there's this old teasing about who her mother was, how she was besties with Cardan's mom, but really no one ever tells us any proper tea about these two. Then she goes to meet Taryn at Old Balakin State, where she's hiding Ghost. Since Loki knew his name and she overheard it, she can also order him around, so she tells him to just obey her. No one else. No Madoc, no one else. Just her. I mean, now, even I know his name though. I won't reveal it though. Read the book, y'all. Jokes. It's Garrett. Now we all can order him around. Then Madoc comes to ask for a duel, to which Cardan is like, thank you, but no thank you. I have nothing to prove to you, Green Man. And as he holds the crown and breaks it in two in a very mean girls moment, a curse in the crown is is released. Cardan turns into a black, huge serpent. Panic, folk running around shouting it's crazy. Jude spends the rest of the week trying to find a solution, but it all seems to point out to the serpent gotta go. And so she does. She slaughters the serpent. Honestly, guys. But with Cardan's having a tail and everything, I was thinking another animal would make more sense. I don't know. Anyways, Snake is beheaded, but then within its guts, a glow. And oh, it's Cardan. Covered in blood. Yes, but back to being hot. Yep. Peace restored. He rebuilds and replaces the original throne for 2 instead of 1. Madoc is sent to the human world as a punishment. Well, guys, we live in the punishment. Just so you know, our everyday human lives is the punishment. This book came out in 2019, so things were slightly better, but still, this is the punishment. Taryn is handed Loki's lands and fortune. There were hints of Ghost eyeing her a lot on the last pages, so basically, she won in life. The book ends with Jude and Cardan going to the human world for a pizza party with Vivi, her girlfriend Heather, and Oak. Cheering, and that's the end. No mention on Jude turning into a fairy, by the way. Wasn't it all the point? Did it happen automatically? No need for ritual? I feel like Holly Black forgot how much Jude was crying. She wanted pointy ears in the first book. Hello? And Taryn too. That was the queen of nothing. I must say, it feels great to end the series. The end was also sweet. The series as a whole, it had its ups and downs. The first book is definitely peak. Second, you can throw it in the fairyland toilet. Third was decent. There were some emotional moments, like when Jude thought she was dying but was happy her sisters came for her. Cardan and Jude were also solid. I like their relationship even though I wasn't obsessed, which I think it's healthy if you ask me. I barely mentioned Heather and Vivi relationship out, and I'm sorry, but I really didn't care much. I feel like Vivi had main character potential but was always in the sidelines. Loki had so much potential for a redemption arc, but he just sucked the whole series. Taryn was decent in the last book. I wish we learned more about the girl's human mom and even their human dad. The whole dynamic with Madoc was also very hairbrushed. I mean, Jude keeps calling him father, and I kept thinking about the poor man that died in the beginning of the series. We just know he made swords. How to use them? Different story. It was an okay series, lacking depth in my opinion, but the world building was decent, even if at times it felt, again, depth wasn't there. So many characters with interesting names, but it was hard to keep up with everyone. I do know this series is part of a whole universe of series, but it felt a bit overwhelming. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the series. I know there's a lot of big fans in my channel. Hi guys! So let me know what makes you love it so much. Like and subscribe if you liked the video and wish to see more of my content. I'll see you soon. Bye!